What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about how we're going to go ahead and get Chase Young for free. Now remember, the draft is going to be April 24th, 2020, and EA Sports is going to be releasing the top 5 drafted players on that night. So around 8 p.m. April 24th, go ahead and tune in. They're going to also have like special challenges and stuff going on. I don't know if I'm going to be doing those, but I just wanted to share this with you guys because we spoke about it during a live stream. So pretty much what's happening is this, right? For those of you guys that have been playing the house rules, I told you guys I was going to go ahead and do it because I saw the rewards and I'm like, okay, EA is pretty much giving away, the number 2 draft pick all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Because usually just going based off of what happened in previous years, the number 1 pick is usually 99 overall. All right, everybody else after that is going to be 98 and, it keeps going down below whatever like that. All right, so pretty much right now, if you guys have won all your games, like your 30 games, don't worry about trying to get 50 and getting the other trophies or whatever. If you've won 30 games of house rules, which I believe most of you guys have already done, what's going to happen is this. You are going to end up with a 30 win pack that has a 98 overall nat inside of it. Now, you do not need to open that pack and pick a player. You can wait until the players are drafted to see who comes out. But more than likely, the Cincinnati Bengals are going to draft Joe Burrow. I don't see any scenario in which they're going to take a defensive end over a player, of that count. Like you can't do that. You have to take the actual quarterback because you need a franchise player. You need a franchise star. So because of that 98 overall that you're going to get on Thursday, April 24th is more than likely going to be Chase Young. Because he's going to have to be the number 2 pick. Unless the Bengals shock the world and then they end up doing something weird like trading up their pick like, yo, whatever, we don't care about Joe Burrow. We're going to go someplace else with it. That is the only way that this won't happen. So now that all of that has been explained, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and show you guys everything that we've gotten from the house rules, all right? Let me go ahead. Okay, so we just sold some stuff. We were just trying to sell some of the draft picks that we got out of the, through playing all of the solos, well, all the challenges or whatever. So anyway, listen, the unopened packs, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to show you guys what's going on inside of it. So we've done all the house rules, all right? We've gone above and beyond. Now, this is the one, the NFL Draft Nat pick 2 through 5, that's going to more than likely give you Chase Young. If for whatever reason he's not selected number 2 and he goes number 1, then that would mean that the Bengals actually, got rid of their pick or whatever, because again, it doesn't make any sense. Would they do something like that? Let me just point something out really quickly, guys. Chase Young is the best player in this draft, but you have to go by the position. So what that means is you're going to have to definitely make sure that you understand, just based on the history of the game, the more important position is going to more than likely be the quarterback. All right, so this right here is going to actually be more than likely Chase Young. All right, so because that's going to be Chase Young, we're not going to pick anything yet because a lot of freakish things might happen. You know what I'm saying? If he ends up going 3, 4, like, bro, it might get wild. That's why I'm saying we're going to hold this off and we're just going to wait for it. But more than likely, it's going to be free. Now, the next thing that you guys have been asking me is like, okay, Gmia, what's going on with this power-up situation? He's a 98, so does that mean that, that EA will give them physical chems? Let me just say this, right? If EA doesn't give them physical chems, something is seriously wrong because, they've been able to do a lot of different things coming over the last couple of years with other types and versions of NAT cards. So I'm going to assume, obviously, that the 99, whoever the 99 is going to have physical chems. As far as the 98, it's very, very hard for me to believe that EA wouldn't allow them to get physical chems. But again, it could go to the point where it's like, all right, maybe they'll do something like the top 5 players get a power up or something like that. Like that would be more interesting because the reason that I point that out is a lot of our teams, we rely on the physical chemistries. We rely on sprinter, having brawler and things like that. So I think right now, based on what we've seen, a 98 overall card should be able to get physical chems. Now, I haven't seen anything to where it's like, okay, this one card is unique that he didn't get it or whatever like that. Most of the cards have been able to get it. Now, a 98 that we got, like let's say Night Train. See, I don't remember what happened with Night Train, but Night Train, remember when you got Night Train's original card, he was a 98. I believe also Myles Garrett was a 98. But again, without the power-up, I'm not really sure how it works out. So we're going to have to go ahead and wait and see exactly what goes on with it. Because if we're not able to give those guys physical chems, it really is going to kind of make it kind of weird it's going to be like, yo, what's going on right now? And the other reason why I think that they're going to probably be able to get physical chems is because other Nat cards were able to do it. You remember, like Ryan Shazier, right? Although he was a team captain, he was able to get it from the beginning. Like, he was always able to get a physical chem. So I just think it's a matter of the tech. I think that they're going to be able to do it because going all the way back to 98, whatever it was, you were able to get it. So my thought process is they were able to do it with Nat cards, earlier in the year. They should be able to do it for these higher 98 overalls, because other than that, it's going to be kind of weird. Like, all right, you get a team and a scheme slot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It just makes more valuable sense to give them a physical chem. That way we add sprinter, we get our boost, everybody's happy. All right, so now, with all of that being said, most of you guys want to know, all right, so what is our plans going forward? Are we going to, now that Chase Young comes out, get rid of Jadeveon Clowney? Because that dude is going for like 200 and change. It's like a lot of weird stuff going on. The market is disgusting. Nobody's really buying, well, everybody's buying stuff, at low prices. It is a buyer's market right now, so things are going very, very dirt cheap. I do expect the prices of the cards to be relatively cheap regardless, because we all know it's either golden ticket skyrocket or it's a hit and miss. You know what I'm saying? Some cards may have value, some cards may not. So even if you don't get the card for free, I don't expect their prices to be crazy. So most of you guys that are grinding the challenges are going to be able to get it anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, it doesn't matter. Even with the challenges of getting a 97 overall, NFL draft player with the sets or whatever, by getting the diamonds that we spoke about in earlier videos, you're going to be able to get different cards for very, very cheap. So it's not a big deal. None of this is a big deal as far as what's going on. It's the bigger deal is, what are we going to do with Clowney? What are we going to do with Kevin Green? The dude's a dog. Like, what are we going to do with these guys? Because remember, these number 2 through 5 picks are 98 overall cards. So they're easily going to be 99 with any chemistry. Whatever chemistry you got, these dudes are going to be 99. And EA may do something like promote the boost of the cards, because this is like, a whole new situation. So EA may provide a different type of boost for that reason. You know what I'm saying? To kind of make it so that it's a lot easier to get that done. So if the cards are going to play a little bit differently and do things along those lines, it makes sense for us to go ahead and grab these cards and test them out for ourselves. So this is what we're going to do at this point right now. We're going to go ahead and evaluate our defense and kind of look at it and see, all right, which dudes could we possibly remove? Now, remember, for us, we don't really look. Jadeveon Clowney has done so much for the squad. I would be really, really sad if I had to walk in there like Winnie the Pooh and rage sell him. So I don't want to say he's going to be gone. The only reason that we would get rid of him, and probably we would not anyway, is for Lawrence Taylor. So Lawrence Taylor's Ultimate Legend card more than likely is going to start over him, right? Like, it's like we can't argue that. Like, that's what's going to happen. It is what it is. But this is what I want you guys to understand. Regardless of all of those situations, none of that really matters. The bigger deal is Chase Young has to get playing time. So now that we have Myles Garrett, right? Who are we going to replace? Because more than likely they're going to make him a left end or a right end. I don't think they're going to put him at linebacker, left outside, middle, right. I think he's going to be an end. I think he's going to be right there on the D line, whatever like that. So in this regard right now, Nick Bosa is safe because we pretty much have the 49er chem. So for those of you guys that have 49er chem, we can't get rid of Nick Bosa. So Nick Bosa going to be there regardless. Myles Garrett, however, he might have to get rage sold. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. When we go into the the locker room dressed as Winnie the Pooh, he going to take his helmet off, start swinging at us? No, we already discussed this. Because that was part of his signing, that he would never take his helmet off. So while he's in the facility, he cannot take his helmet off. So what we do is we strap it on with electromagnetic fields, and if he tries to take it off, he gets shocked. Like one of those dog sensors, when they go outside the yard, he gets a shock that immediately puts him out, like a taser. So we don't have to worry about getting attacked when we get rid of him. So don't think about it like that. We're going to be okay. I'm going to be able to go into the locker room, relieve him of his duties, and he won't have an issue. The other thing is this. We can't put him as a backup behind Julius Peppers because D Ford also has 49er chem. So this is going to be something that we're going to have to kind of figure out. Depending on his speed, would I consider putting him on the outside and having Kevin Green, probably, take a back seat for a little bit to kind of test him out? Yes, I would consider evaluating that, but I don't know if that's a long-term goal for the squad. All right, for those of you guys that are asking about that. And then there's so many other receivers and things like that. But again, with those receivers that are coming out, they don't really have really big receivers. It's 6'2", you got some small guys from Alabama. Like it's not going to really work as far as offensively for us, but defensively, I would be willing to take a look at some of these talents and see what, how EA is going to rate them. Because EA usually gives them boosted ratings because it's late in the year and it's just another promo. You want to get everybody excited. So those are the type of things that I'm going to be focusing on when we're starting to rebuild our team. Now, Warren Sapp is good to go. All right, I just want to point that out. Like, Warren Sapp is ready. Like, I think he's very unique in what he does. So I'm not really worried about anything else that's going on as far as he goes. I think that he's going to be that D tackle position for the foreseeable future, unless for some reason he gets like another boosted card and then we have to just upgrade him because the dude is a monster. Now, remember this also. If you guys choose to take the abilities off Sapp and then you try to do a thing like you're going to have the outside edges to kind of stop the run and power those guys up and give them X factors, you can do that as well. But I just want you guys to understand, the middle of the field is where the pressure really hurts. That's the reason that Tom Brady lost to the Giants twice. That immediate pressure, just pushing the pocket, that's what Sapp does. So I don't really think that we should, play around with that. But it is something that you can do because I honestly, if you guys watch one of my most recent live streams via Twitch at GmiasWorld, you could see that the outside rushers, they do some really weird things. So they're able to get away with a lot. Just primarily by doing that. So I just want to make sure that I pointed that out so that everybody understands what's going on. It could be a situation where we could put players on the outside with abilities, but I think we have a decent enough, we have a decent enough line where we can stop the outside runs. We just have to be smarter as far as like blitzing everybody or leaving everybody in coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and, just let you guys know that Sapp for now, like we don't got to worry about him. That dude just makes plays. But again, Chase Young, getting him, he's probably going to be somebody that's going to play for us. He's going to be a 99 overall, so you don't have to worry about it affecting your defensive, overall rating. And I think as far as they give him a decent speed, I'm thinking 90s. You guys go ahead and do me a favor. Write in the comments what you think his speed's going to be. I'm guessing 90s. That's what I'm guessing at this moment. I think that would be the most reasonable based on where we are right now. And I'm saying 90 probably with the physical chem, so that way we're on the same page, like, because we're all assuming that a 98 has to have physical chems. That's where I am with it right now. So I think that with the way that our defense is right now, because remember, I don't even want Alan Page on the team. This dude never plays. I don't even know why he's on the squad right now. I think, well, he's a 99. That's probably why. Yeah, I think that probably makes sense. That's the only reason he's there. The dude's garbage, and he just goes out there and never does anything for me. But don't worry about that. And also remember this: even if you give him Warren Sapp's abilities, so I don't think he gets run stopper, but if you give him those abilities and he starts off with all those things and everything like that, he's not. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because Warren Sapp is so extra fat. I don't know what it is. But even when you start him off, with Fearmonger and all that stuff, he's still not that good of a card in this game. So I would be very careful with trying to manipulate your defenses. Also, putting like the left end and the right ends in at D tackle is a very foolish move. I've proven that it's not the same thing. So we'll go ahead and focus on getting the beef in the middle, but we run a 3-4. Maybe if we started running a little bit more 4-3 defenses, it would matter a little bit more, but I'm not sure right now that it does at all. So I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page with that. All right, so now that we know what our plan is, I think at this point, I wouldn't rush to sell anybody because the market is disgusting. So let's just wait until Thursday. Let's see what happens with the prices of everything. Let's go ahead for now, finish up those house rules, and then just know that you have that pack available, and then we'll go from there. All right? And for whatever reason Chase Young goes number 1 because the Bengals says, you know what, we just want to continue losing in our franchise and we don't want a quarterback, then we will have to revamp everything. But for now, this is pretty much where I see it playing out. He's going to go number 2 in the draft. If you guys feel differently, let me know in the comments. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. One love, y'all.